Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the main event, the 2014 NWLA Tournament All-Star Game. Please welcome this year's umpires. Paul Radcliffe, Mike Williams, Dominic Flavino, Michelle Hall, Jerry Williams, John Hofstadter, Paul Drake, and Darren Alexander. Let's have a round for our officiating crew. And to throw out the ceremonial first pitch, please welcome back our 2014 award winner, Truck Moriarty. When you're ready, Truck, it's your pitch.
Scoot in, Truck. Scoot in. That was a joke. It was a joke. Oh, they're off. Hey!
Congratulations, Truck. Now let's meet this year's All-Stars. For the gold team, from the TBW Lightning, manager Derek Linderman. From the KWL Aces, Adam Kuzman. From the TBW Lightning, Chris Harley. From the WSEM Big Wood, Evan Bortmus. From the HWL Blue Jays, Jeremy Ray. From the WWL Warriors, Mike Anderson. And from the GBL Panthers, Nate Bryan. Am I missing Mr. Martin? Sorry, technical difficulties. And now for the blue team. From the OCWA Freaky franchise, Justin Tompkins. From the SRL Hotel Sterling, Bo Resnick. From the CWBC Clubbers, Dennis Johns. From the MNWA Gophers, Devin Nelson. From HRL Touched by an Uncle, Eric Ganales. From the SWBL Cardinals, Gus Skibby. From the PWL Nationals, Kevin Higman. From the OCWA Freaky franchise, Ryan Bush. And from the HVWBL River Monsters, Steve Tozy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2014 National Wiffle Ball League Association All-Stars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as we honor our country with our national anthem. Performing the Star-Spangled Banner this evening, please welcome for a third time, Pat Truck Moriarty.
Just like Celine. You got a microphone at least? Did I get one of those? No, straight acapella, man. Belt it out. Are you kidding me? Oh, man.
Well, like so many things I said to my wife 20 years ago, I've never done this before, but oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thanks, guys, for everything tonight.
Thank
I'll
you.
never forget it.
Managers and umpires, please report to home plate for the pregame conference. NWLA, let's play ball.
What a great job by Truck there.
Check, check. Well, welcome to the 2014 NWLA All-Star Game. I am Joe Ivancic. Joining me is Sam Skibby. Sam, give us a little introduction tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me, Joe. This is the second annual All-Star Game for the NWLA. Again, we have the blue versus gold teams, and this is your first time in the booth, and we welcome you so much to this NWLA tournament experience. What do you think about this tournament so far?
It's a bit larger than your backyard.
Yes, yes, that's true.
I've been used to the Skibby Wiffle Ball League, which is, of course, impressive. Always a good time. Honestly, it took me a little off guard just how large this is.
Yeah, it's quite an experience here, and as the managers, Derek Linderman and Justin Tompkins, for the second year, they are the managers for the gold and blue teams. But actually, a fun fact for you, Joe, they actually switched jerseys, and Tompkins last year was gold, and Linderman was blue. But now...
Do you know the logic behind that? Was there a reason?
I think it's because the gold is the home team, and since Linderman won last year at Tampa Bay, then it looks like that they will... and as gold team, right on cue, the gold team takes the field. And let's look who we got out there today. We have Chris Harley. No, I take that back. Harley is on the bench. He benched his own player for this one. He's got Joe Clavette out in left field from the Maquon Wiffle Ball League. I take that back again. That's Thomas Martin out in left. Think about the home run derby. Then we have Jeremy Ray out in right from the Huntington Wiffle Ball League. And pitching for the gold team will be Adam Kuzman from the Kalamazoo Wiffle Ball League. They call him the One-Eyed Monster, Joe.
That is actually something else that you're thinking of, Sam. Anyway.
Okay, yeah, all right, moving on. And
from the KWL Aces, he's taking his warm-up pitches.
Indeed.
This is his first All-Star appearance.
Yes.
He was a 2014 NWLA Player of the Year. Is that a correct stat?
2013, yeah, they just gave it to him, so he was the award winner for 2013. He was the NWLA Player of the Year. From both sides of the ball, he did very fantastic for the Kalamazoo Wiffle Ball League and his team, which is, his team name is Scared Hitless. Nice name.
Very nice name, and it would seem fitting with the pitches he's throwing.
Yes, he's doing very well. He hasn't found the strike zone yet in his warm-ups, but he's still settling down.
Sam, it's it's interesting bringing all these leagues together for this. It's a great event. Leagues from all around the country, really. But many leagues have to adjust to the fast pitch style that is played in this National Wiffle Ball League Association tournament.
I agree. There are a lot of leagues that are playing with monitored or medium or even slow pitch limits, and some of these fast pitch leagues are really running away with this tournament year after year because they're used to it. And as you can, and there's a nice one from Adam, and he's still in warm up, and I think he's ready after that strike. And here we go, Joe.
I think so. All right.
First up for the blue team from the Potomac Wiffle Ball League, Kevin Higman.
This is Kevin's second All-Star appearance. And seeing as this is only the second All-Star game, that makes him a veteran of this game.
It would be a veteran game for some of these people. There's, I believe, 3 on each team, or maybe 2 on each team that have a second year under the belt as he takes ball 2-0. And the umpire's right into this thing right now. 2 balls, no strikes. They're backing us up.
The notes for Kevin say his favorite candy is gummy bears. Is that important to his play as a wiffle ball player?
I think it was from his bio on the website, and maybe he's one of those guys like Marshawn Lynch likes his Skittles. Maybe Kevin Higman likes his Gummy Bears as he takes a nice strike. Nice pitch from Kuzmin. 3-1.
Ooh, Kuzmin throws a rocket, and
Higman
Kevin's
fouls it.
able to foul that one off.
It was a great job by trucking the national anthem.
Oh, it really was. I was impressed.
Rocking out, did a fantastic job. Oh, and Higman stays alive. 3-2.
Foul to his own dugout there.
Kuzmin, a great pitcher. Showing the stuff for
It
Kalamazoo.
really is. I feel like I've only seen him get better since he started his warm-up, and now he's settling in a bit. He's really bringing the heat.
That'll be a full count.
Kevin hearing some encouragement from his bench.
He is, and the coaching staff over there is from the OCWA. They were the runners-up. Oh, and that takes ball 5. Kevin Higman takes a walk from Kuzmin to start this game off. Now, Joe, I know this is your first year, but in years past, we have really been plagued with walks in this tournament. It has been kind of a snooze fest. And
Is that right?
that's one thing that I'm hoping gets changed for this year, and I hope more teams are finding the strike zone.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. Do you think that has anything to do with the speed of the pitches?
I think it does. I think people are trying to throw too hard, and sometimes they less likely find the strike zone that way. Sorry about that, folks. We have Steve Tozzi up from the Hudson Valley Wiffle Ball League River Monsters. This is first All-Star appearance, as it is the first time Hudson Valley has been a part of the league.
Took his first strike.
1-1. High ball 2.
In the Hudson Valley League, he is a 2-time champion.
Oh, very interesting. 2-time Hudson Valley champion. I wonder how long they've been around.
Ooh, hit by pitch
Hit in the
there.
back, but as we know, that is not a take your base hit by pitch. It's just a ball.
Could there be any bad blood between these two? Is that anything related?
Well, considering Hudson Valley's first year in this tournament,
You would hope not.
He almost
Maybe-
went for that one.
Maybe just welcoming the new guy?
Welcome in the new boys. That's right. One more ball, and Kuzmin's got his second walk. Oh!
What a
Fine.
great pitch.
Finds a strike zone. 4-2. That is a full count.
Gets him to swing, and there's a strikeout for Adam Kuzmin.
One out for the gold team. Nice swing by Steve Tozzi. And look who we have here, Joe. We have my little brother, Gus Skibby, number 18 for the Skibby Wiffle Ball League. Takes ball 1.
And this is your brother's first All-Star appearance.
Yes. He doesn't look anything like me, though.
Some would say a slightly taller twin would
Yeah.
be an accurate description.
Ball 2.
And he will be the starting pitcher when we change innings, so he's known for his pitching prowess in your league. I know that.
Justin Tompkins is going with Skibby Wiffle Ball League again for his starting nod. Gus doesn't have quite as much movement as last year's Brett Spencer, but we'll see what Gus will do. This rain's going to affect all the pitchers today.
Oh, without a doubt. And I know it's maybe put a damper, no pun intended, on the weekend as Gus watches another strike go by. But, obviously we still got a great crowd out here. I think everyone's pretty excited, and we're just going to tough it out.
3-1 on Gus.
And he fouls that one off. Kuzmin with the windup, the pitch, and
And a hit from Gus, but right to the hitter. It's
And
a
a-
dead ball. Obviously, they have the dead ball rule in there, and Gus grounds out to the pitcher, and the out was at second, so it was a fielder's choice.
understood.
Oh, we have ball girls, Joe.
Oh, isn't that nice? When are we going to get those in your league?
2 ladies getting the balls for the field. Oh, it looks like maybe all of these people are ball people that are going to get the balls that are in the field of play. Something new that Chris Galloway has added this year. Next up, Eric. I cannot pronounce his last name, but his nickname is Hater. Doesn't he have other nicknames, Joe, I believe? I think he...
He does. Yes, I see this here. Princess or the Legend. I think some of those are more flattering than others, if you ask me.
Princess says Princess takes strike one. I don't know if he'll like us calling him that, but I mean maybe it's a league appointed name.
I think it would be. Yeah, it sounds like it. I think we should at least take a stab at his last name. I'll say Eric Ganales.
All right, I'll take it. You know, Hader is one of the bigger talkers in the tournament. You will hear him yelling tomorrow and Sunday from across the field at other teams. Last year, I remember him saying, "We're coming for you. We're going to fucking win."
Okay, all right. Strong words. But, you know, you like to see that.
And there goes his mouth yelling at the pitcher. Already, we have Hader yelling at his opponents.
I do see where he got his nickname now.
And on first base, Gus Skibby looks a little bored with his hat off, soaking in the rain. Strike two.
3 balls and 2 strikes. I am appreciating the updates, the frequent updates from the umpires.
Yeah, the umpires are a great addition to this tournament. I know that's one thing we don't have in our league, Joe, and it's we always have the players on their own games, and it's quite confusing, and I'm sure it's awful for you.
It can be a little bit rough, but this is nice. Kuzman with the windup and gets
Adam Kuzman.
Hader to swing.
Has 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that'll do it for the blue team to start it off. Gold team to approach. Now, Joe, there is a 1 innings pitch limit per pitcher in this All-Star game. They don't want their pitchers to throw their arms out.
That makes sense. So that will be the last we see of Kuzman.
That'll be the last we see of Kuzman.
This will be the only time we see your little brother on the mound tonight. So blue team unable to come away with a win, rather a run in the first inning. And now the gold team will go to work at the bat after Gus Skibby warms up.
It looks like we have Devin Nelson out in right field from the Minnesota Wiffle Ball Association Gophers. And in left field, we have Kevin Hickman from the PWL Nationals. Let's see what Gus is going to do here. I hope he doesn't throw out his arm.
Number 24, Chris Harley for the gold team from the TBW Lightning, making his second NWLA All-Star appearance.
Harley was the 2013 tournament, strike one there. Harley was the 2013 tournament MVP. So he is definitely foul ball, 2 strikes.
He's not afraid to swing the bat, that's for sure.
Hit by the pitch.
Gus definitely doesn't have the velocity that we saw from
I think he's
Adam.
lobbing it in there trying to get this game moving. And that's a ground ball, but it may... He's out at first. Nice play by Kevin Hickman to Gus Skibby to get Chris Harley out.
On the pitcher's poison.
Next up from the WSEM Dads, we have Evan Bortness. Jumbotron is quite a feature, isn't it, Joe?
Why don't we have that in St. Louis, Sam?
I tell you what, it's nice to have the live. And Evan Bortness, home run!
Even Gus is applauding him out there on the mound. That was impressive.
Indeed, Evan Bortness takes the home run.
Runs the bases,
Welcome back.
gets high fives from his dugout.
In
Very impressive.
2012, Evan Bortness was a member of the WSEM team. Took a break last year and now is back. Maybe that's good news for him to come this tournament. Already we have another play. The plate can't turn the play as Nate Bryan, who rounds first, and nobody can tag him, I guess. But already Nate Bryan from Griffle Ball with a single. Thomas Martin now up from the Make Wanderers. Yes.
And he is, in his own league, a 2-time champion with the Bombers. With a name like the Bombers, you'd think maybe he'd be able to hit off Gus Skibby as well, and he's showing that now. That one is back to the wall. Oh, and a great catch.
The fence breaks. He pulls it back. Oh, my gosh, what a catch. Kevin Hickman, PW Nationals, robs a home run from Thomas Martin, breaks the fence almost, really just bends it. An incredible play.
The crowd is letting him have it. We have his teammates bowing down in the dugout. It really was an impressive play.
I think they're really helping out Gus in this inning because the defense is really showing what they can do.
I agree.
Kevin Hickman, one of the better fielders in the tournament, and he's really showing it again this year. Foul ball. Up now is Mike Anderson from the Washburn Wiffle Ball League. Frustration showing from Gus's face. Gives him a little nubber, and that'll do it. Look at that.
Right
Gus-
back to Gus.
Gus had him at 4-0, and that happens. Only one run given up, a solo home run from Evan Bortmus of WSEM to get this game rolling.
So all things considered, not a bad inning.
Well, it's 1-0. Don't listen to the announcer. There was a home run hit.
Gold team is up 1-0 as we head to the top of the second inning.
And our second pitcher for the Gold team, who do we have here? Joe, can you see it? Mike Anderson, I believe, of the Washburn Wiffle Ball League. He just batted and grounded out there. And
That's right. This is his first All-Star appearance,
Devin Nelson.
who we just saw on the field with a very unique outfit. I'm appreciating both the hat and the shorts. Sam, he's wearing a unique color of camo on the shorts as he rips that one
hits
to
the
the
wall
wall,
there.
hits the wall, and some confusion from the fielders, and that'll be an easy single. Well done.
Those are quite some shorts, Joe.
Right? Okay, so what do you think he's camouflaging himself from?
A clown or
Yes.
a rainbow or possibly a game of Tetris. I can't really tell. Dennis Johns from the Cincinnati Wiffle Ball Club. Dennis was actually the pitcher during the home run derby where his teammate Aaron Torchio just completed the victory.
And you know, the pitcher is kind of the unsung hero of the home run derby. You got to have a good pitcher to hit home runs.
I would say that's one of the vital things you need. Without
do
the
it on
pitcher,
your
you wouldn't
own.
even have a home run.
No, not at all. The CWBC Clubbers. Now, Clubbers, that's not a very unique or imaginative
I
name.
think it's because they're one of the few teams here that are not from a league. They're actually from a club. They call themselves a club.
Now batting the pitcher, the 29, Bo Redmond.
A strikeout from Mike Anderson pitching to Dennis Johns, and now we have Bo Resnick from the SRL. The SRL is a new league in this tournament, Joe.
Oh, and
He hits one there.
And
Out at first. Nice play. He was definitely out. The crowd is yelling, but it was definitely an out, Joe.
with the umpire standing right there, I don't know how they could possibly think that they have a better view
I
than
think
him.
there are people in the outfield having a few too many brewskis.
I would agree with that.
Number 22, Kevin Hickman.
Kevin Hickman now up to bat for the blue team. Pops one up
It's actually not Kevin
at
Hickman.
the wall.
It's
Oh!
Ryan Bush, actually, not Kevin Hickman. The PA announcer is not doing their job very well. Ryan Bush in his flow hits a 2-run home run to take the blue team 2-1 lead.
The fielder for the gold team went over the wall there, but unable to make that catch.
And you know who that was, Joe? That was Chris Harley, the 2013 MVP. You know how valuable his arm is to Tampa Bay?
Unbelievable for him
I-
to sacrifice his body like that in the All-Star game.
I don't know why he did that. I'm sure
Well,
Derek Linderman was pretty upset.
I think the competitive spirit kind of takes over. I think, you know, same thing with these pitchers only throwing one inning. A lot of them are still throwing hard out there.
And back-to-back home runs. It is Kevin Hickman of the PWL.
So it looks like the blue team was just playing it safe first inning, dare I say, but they clearly have the offense needed to put some runs on the board.
PWL, obviously, pretty much the host league for this tournament, and the PWL is really chanting and cheering on their fella for MVP. And
Tozy
Steve
with
Tozy
another
with a
one.
back-to-back shots.
Sam,
Ladies and
is this the home run derby
I
still?
told- there was more home runs hit back-to-back than many people hit in one round.
Unbelievable.
Steve Todd from Hudson Valley hitting another home run. We are back-to-back, folks. Who can continue it? Oh God.
Will your
We
brother
just jinxed it.
be able to continue?
He's not going to do it.
Number 18,
Oh, but
Oh,
he goes the
to
other
the
way.
wall.
What a shot. Could he go
Is
two?
he gonna? He's gonna try. He's going for 2. Oh,
Safe
safe at third, the triple.
The man can flat out fly.
You do not see a lot of triples in wiffle
Oh
ball.
my gosh, with a triple.
You know what helps him is that his stride is like 18 feet long, so he has to take 2 steps and he's at the next
He's
base.
the mix of a giraffe and a gorilla. It's very strange. His hands touch his kneecaps. Hater with the hater music.
With Gus on third,
This
Hater's
could
going to
turn
come up to
into-
bat.
Big inning for the blue team.
Absolutely.
Derek Linderman's got to be wondering how much longer he can keep Mike Anderson in for.
And he rips one. Oh, and
That's a home run.
They take down the fence in the outfield. Man, doing some damage out there, but that is a home run. And we have a victory lap going on around the outfield.
Two-run shot.
Hater letting the fans have it.
Hater is
I
in
don't think he's making himself any friends
and,
doing this.
And the game is continuing, and he continues to give high fives. Mike Anderson already pitched a ball.
Unbelievable.
He's high-fiving everyone.
Will he give a high five from the ump and even the umps?
And to tell you the truth, Joe, I don't even know what the score is.
I could not tell you, but I know the blue team is up quite a bit after this inning.
And I know that the PA announcer will say something, but let's be honest, they'll probably get it wrong because they've been 0 for 2.
And
be a hit.
Nelson,
Ground down.
that'll be a ground out. Will that end the inning?
It does.
And-
Finally, Mike Anderson gets out of the tough inning. What do you think of that inning from the blue team?
Well, that was impressive without a doubt. And, you know, it's important to remember that this is, you know, just an all-star game. It's important, but I know both teams are taking this pretty competitively, so it'll be interesting to see what the gold team comes back with here. You know they're going to want to try and recoup some of these runs.
Score is 6-1 for the team. It's the blue team is really putting it on here, and I think the yellow team really needs to come back. Pitching for the blue team now is Minnesota Wiffle Ball Association gopher Devin Nelson with his famous pants.
They're unbelievable. We got some chants from the gold team. They are not pleased with Hater's home run celebration last inning.
I guess not. And you know what? Jeremy Ray is now up to bat from the Huntington Wiffle Ball League. Huntington Wiffle Ball League brought 8 new players to their team this year. Had 4 completely different players last year and got last place. This year, they're bringing 8.
Wow. It's impressive, and maybe a bit of an insult to those guys from last year, but
Maybe. Jeremy Ray, pop up to the pitcher.
Nelson makes the easy play.
Adam Kuzman from the Kalamazoo Wiffle Ball League coming up, the one-eyed monster. Yes, we know.
With an impressive performance in the first inning on the mound. It'd be great if his bat could do some damage and help the gold team out. I know they'd appreciate it. You know, Sam, there's still some innings left to be played, so there's no reason they don't have to get all 5 runs to come back this inning, but it would be nice to put something else on the board.
In the 2013 NWLA tournament, bad swing from Kuzman. That was just awful. In 2013, he had a .382 average, 6 home runs. Bo
That one popped
Resnick.
up.
Oh my gosh.
Unable to make the play in the
Bo
outfield.
Resnick, outfield for SRL, called it really hard on Kevin Higman, one of the best fielders in this tournament. Wanted it, and dropped it.
Yeah, I hope he would make it too.
Truck, welcome. Truck, come on in, buddy. Truck, what do you have to say about that last play?
That was a distinct party foul. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Indeed,
And followed by another one.
and I think actually that's a dead ball. Just he's a newcomer from Minnesota, doesn't quite understand the rules.
And-
yet.
I'm looking at some Buckner level defense out there.
You know,
That's all I gotta say.
I'm new to the league, but it's
Peace out, yo.
I'm new to the league, but it's my understanding that party fouls are considered far worse than actual errors in this league. Is that true? Oh, yes.
Absolutely, yes.
You do not want to commit party fouls in this league.
Truck continuing to hold his award here in his hand. It was quite an honor, Joe, to see Truck get that award and to see that wonderful tear-jerking video go along with it.
There's a lot of jerking going on. I don't know if there were tears involved, but I will be sure. Rest assured, I will be home after this weekend and
Rested.
yeah, rested, assured, and jerked.
All right.
All
And
right.
Evan Bortness takes a walk on that account after hitting a solo home run. There's 2 outs on the play, 2 outs in the inning right now.
It's great having a guest commentator in the box. We appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, Truck.
Kevin Higman ends the inning. He called that one in. Bo Resnick was nowhere to be found on that play because Kevin wanted that one.
Yep.
Still 6-1 in the game.
So after some errors,
Oh, and this is going to be an interesting thing, Joe. right now, the Coffee brothers, Nick and Carl, are placing the white bucket on the pitcher's mound.
Can we call it the bucket of destiny?
Yes, if there are 54 balls with numbers all aligned the outfield fence right now, everybody paid $1 for one of these wiffle balls. If one of them goes in or multiple, whoever makes it in the bucket splits the pot. If nobody makes it in, whoever gets closest to the pot gets the cash.
That'll be interesting with the closest to the pot rule. Because,
Let's see what happens.
There will be a lot of rolling and bouncing.
There will be. They might hit, the balls might hit each other too. Let's see. They're all
And
throwing.
here they
They're
go,
waiting.
trying to get into the bucket
None
of
have
destiny.
gone in yet. One is touching though.
to
None have gone
destroy
in.
the wiffle
Oh!
ball of destiny.
Could it happen?
Into the fires of Mount Doom.
Nobody has made
No
it.
one
This is
has
getting
made
worse
it
and
yet.
worse.
We have
One
a
more.
straggler, another straggler. I think a lot of people held their balls.
They're trying to hold. Nobody's still. Can it
We've had
happen?
a couple people get
Who is
close.
going to stop this?
Unbelievable.
Nobody is getting close. Oh, somebody's trying to hit him in the head.
And do we
There-
have any other
nobody
balls
did it.
to throw? No one did it. We will now measure to see who is the closest.
This. Oh, he's calling it out. He found one. What number could it be? Number
And the
is being
number is-
revealed.
What? He's going to keep it a secret.
I don't know. They're
He's
going to
gonna
go tell the
call-
number right now. The anticipation is killing
Yeah,
me.
that's unbelievable.
Nick
I
Coffey,
need to know.
quite a slow runner trying to get to this place.
Sam, did you have an entry?
I gave my entries to my teammates.
Okay.
I
You
thought it'd
remember
be
the number
difficult
by
to throw it
chance?
from here.
Well, you could try, certainly. Do you remember the number by chance?
My numbers were 1 and 17.
If 1 or 17 wins, Sam's buying drinks.
Matt Kuna, $50 from the Griffle Ball League. Matt Kuna, $50. Nice throw. Didn't make it in, but
Very close.
very close.
Drinks are on Matt for the rest of the night. And after that great break, we're going to resume play here and as they bring the bucket of destiny off the field. A new pitcher for the gold team. He's going to take some warm-up pitches here.
It would be Thomas Martin of the Maquon Wiffle Ball League out there. Oh, he's got some fire behind it, but it's not going to be very good if you don't hit the strike zone there.
This is his first All-Star appearance, and yes, he is throwing some heat, and that one hit the strike zone. Still taking his warm-up throws here. He does seem to be focused on the velocity there.
Nate Bryan taking left field out there, and Chris Harley back to right field for the yellow team. The fielders are really interchangeable, Joe. It really doesn't matter where you go, and this is going to be.
I think there
Dennis
are some
Johns
fielders who might
at bat.
disagree with you.
Yeah, I'm sure they want to play. You're right. Dennis Johns from Cincinnati Wiffle Ball Club up to bat. This rain is really getting on my nerves, Joe.
I agree. It's not enough to cancel any events. It's just enough to be absolutely annoying.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's supposed to be 0%. Those weathermen lied. It is 100%. There, it is 100. Ooh, did that hit? Umpire's not calling it. Looks like it hit the pole on bottom. Nice leg kick from him. Oh, and swing and a miss from Dennis Johns. Swinging at a ball there. A moth is attacking someone in the outfield over there.
Oh, I hope that's not Blake Spencer. He will not handle that well.
No, it would not. You know, I think it's a player from WSEM
As
freaking out.
John
It
watches
looked like
another
the
ball
size
go
of a
by.
bat.
Oh, wow.
With these big lights out here, though, Joe, to keep us all lit, I wouldn't put past any type of large moth.
Sam, I didn't know we were getting lit. I didn't know it was that kind of party.
We're not in Colorado, but
As John takes the third strike, and that'll be an out.
nice pitch from Thomas Martin. Bo Resnick, who made a terrible play in the
And
field.
that is actually the batter who's up. They announced it, and it's correct.
That
Which
is
good to see.
1 for 3 today.
A unique windup.
Thomas Martin showing some promise here.
Absolutely. That one straight through for a strike, the first strike on Bill Resnick.
This is Thomas Martin's first All-Star appearance, but he did play for the Mequon Wiffle Ball League Mequonderers last year, and we didn't see quite this pitching.
Was their goal to be the most difficult name to pronounce, Mequonderers?
I think it was a Alex Shore Wiffle in Southeast Michigan nickname that was given to them, and they weren't naming their team, so finally they said, why don't you just be the Mequonderers? And then sure enough,
there you go. They are. Makes sense. And of course, after we talk about his unique pitching prowess, he's unable to find the strike zone since then. So perhaps the curse of the broadcaster is alive and well in this tournament.
yes. And Bo Resnick in a 4-1 count here. Number 29 was my number in elementary school, Joe.
That is completely irrelevant.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is number 29, so
Oh, okay.
it is quite relevant. Oh, and hits the strike zone. Hit the corner there. Those are the best kind of pitches.
Best kind of everything. Really. Taking some time out on the mound. Collecting his thoughts.
It's a full count. He's taking all the time he needs. Ooh, and just high,
over
and
the
Bo
strike
Resnick
zone.
takes that walk. Oh, and there come the ball people. Ball girl and ball boy, go out and get the balls. It's going to be a fantastic edition of this tournament. I hated picking those up last year.
That'll be great.
Ryan Bush hit a 2-run home run last night.
And we did see him in the home run derby as well. He made it past the first round, but was not in the swing off the last round. Thomas Martin throws his first strike. Oh, and swings for the second strike. He's hearing it from his dugout. Perhaps needs to show a little bit more patience.
You know, it seems like the atmosphere for the All-Star game, Joe, is a little bit more upbeat than the home run derby. Home run derby was pretty dead.
I would agree with that. I would agree with your assessment. Perhaps some more beverages were consumed in the outfield. I'm not sure what happened.
And Mequon, Thomas Martin strikes out Ryan Bush, the 2012 NWLA tournament MVP.
Number 22, Kevin Hickman.
Kevin Hickman now steps to the batter's box. Thomas Martin with the windup and the pitch. Now, when he does miss, when Thomas Martin does miss, I've noticed he's missing high typically.
Yes. It may have something to do with the wind maybe blowing in, but there's not much. Yep, there's high again. Hickman looks to be the front runner for the All-Star Game MVP here, as he has not only hit a home run, but robbed one from the other team.
It's important to note. We haven't seen too much defense. We saw about 1 inning's worth. Then we saw a questionable inning after that.
Ooh, gets a piece of that one. You know, last year's All-Star MVP was Jay Moore of the Mississippi Yard League, and as we all know, Joe,
I haven't met any of them, Sam. What's going on there?
well, these guys decided the day before the tournament that they would drop out of the tournament, and
Now,
we
is that a good idea? Is that something that's welcome in this tournament?
That's not welcome at all. And
I'm just trying to get my bearings. I don't really know.
No, and in fact, 16 teams worked out perfect. You know, 4 pools of 4 teams, and now we had to move to 3 pools of 5 teams. And guess what time we have to start playing tomorrow, Joe?
I believe it was 6:15.
Oh, Joe, don't remind me.
I think we should call the Mississippi Yard team tomorrow.
I think
at
they should play.
6:15,
Yeah.
Have them Skype in.
What a fantastic idea.
Or just call them just to wake them up and let them know when when we had to get going.
I think we should give Jay Moore's number on this air. I have it in my phone right now, and let everybody text and call him that is here right now at 6:15 tomorrow morning.
Sounds like a great idea.
5:30 really, because that's what time we'll probably have to wake up.
That's right.
And as we continue to talk about Mississippi, that is a strikeout for Kevin Hickman. Thomas Martin, an incredible inning, Joe. The young man can pitch.
That was very impressive. I'll be looking forward to watching him throughout the weekend. That was really something special to see. A unique windup, a unique stance, but as soon as he lets that ball go, you see why he was chosen as an all-star pitcher. That was very impressive.
Now let me tell you something else, Joe. The Mequon Wiffle Ball League decided that last year when they were in the Dangerfield tournament and got almost second or third to last place in last year's tournament. They decided they would change every single one of their league rules to match the NWLA tournament rules. Something unprecedented that I've never heard of before.
That's very interesting. It shows a dedication to expanding their national presence, because obviously if you play that way at home, you're going to show up and play better. You would think, at least in theory, at this tournament.
Steve Tozzi on the mound from the Hudson Valley Wiffle Ball League for the blue team. In left field, it looks like we have Dennis Johns from Cincinnati, and back in right field is Bo Resnack getting a second chance.
How did he get the call?
After one of the worst wiffle ball plays I've ever seen from a
horrible
right fielder.
party foul last inning.
But looks like Justin Tompkins, the manager, has some faith in him, wanting to give him another chance. Actually, maybe we can get Justin Tompkins in the booth and explain this decision. Justin Tompkins, we welcome in Justin. Joe, ask him the question that we just went through there.
We're concerned with your choice of outfielders this inning. We saw a severe party foul last inning, and we're wondering what made you decide to send him back out there.
Bo got another chance. We want to know why.
We're kind of killing them. So,
Well,
so
shots have been fired,
I
folks.
want everybody to get 2 innings. I don't know if that math is going to work. I didn't figure anything out for this.
And
All
Justin,
right.
another
He was
important
elected
question.
to lead, not to read.
Another important question that we do have for you, Justin, is after that walk there by Steve Tozzi, what inning is it?
It's bottom 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was
And
bottom
the
4.
score is 7-1.
We knew that. We just did not know the inning. And that's Thomas Martin. He had a great inning last inning for McQuan. Did you see that?
He looked good.
He did.
I didn't pick him. I should have.
You should have, yes.
I don't know.
Mike Anderson now to bat. Mike Anderson was the one that gave up 6 runs for the gold team in that inning. It's a tough break for Mike in Washburn's return. But Justin, we thank you for joining us in the booth. I know you're busy and you got to go back to managing that blue team. Good luck on the win. Justin Tompkins, always a class act.
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually the very first time I met him, and I was impressed.
Yes. That Ryan Bush character, though, he sucks. Steve Tozzi on the mound for Hudson Valley still, and pitching all right. You know, he had that walk for Thomas Martin, facing his second batter, trying to find that strike zone.
This is his first appearance in the All-Star game. There might be some pressure as he walks the second batter.
Disappointing.
Without a doubt.
Steve did hit a home run for the blue team, though, so he can tip his hat to that.
Absolutely.
Next up, Jeremy Ray from the Huntington Wiffle Ball League, taking his second crack at it.
And, of course, as the blue team captain just explained to us, they have a few runs to play with, apparently.
That is true. He's trying to get everybody into pitch and everybody into field, make it nice and even.
Jeremy Ray at the plate for the gold team. This is his first All-Star appearance as well.
3-0, says the ump.
Look for a big swing here. Oh, and he watches that one go by. 4-0. Could it be a third walk in a row? And the gold team now showing a lot of patience. If the blue team's unable to find the strike zone, they'll just continue to walk.
Justin Tompkins and the coaching staff over there on the blue team really want him to calm down, giving him the encouragement he needs. Adam Kuzman could change this game with one swing of the bat.
Of a bat, absolutely. We just heard that they were feeling comfortable over in the blue team's dugout, and I think a grand slam might change that
It
feeling.
would be a heartbreaker, I'm sure, for Justin Tompkins and the blue team. 7-1 lead is quite substantial, but when you say 7-5, doesn't seem quite that much.
No. At this rate, though, it looks more likely that the run may be walked in.
Now, I will tell you, though, on deck we have Chris Harley from Tampa Bay, and I don't think he's going to want to sit and take a walk. Unless it's 4-0 and there's a guy on third and you can walk him in for a run. But he swings at it. Could it drop? It's foul. Rain continuing to drop from the sky.
As it usually does, it doesn't come from the ground often. You don't see that too often.
Where does dew come from, Joe?
condensation, I believe, is. Oh my goodness, do you believe it?
Just called
It's
this.
a grand slam.
The NWLA Player of the Year rating just hit a grand slam after weeks.
Showing us why, and that is a game changer. The score now 7 for the blue team, 5 for the gold team, and this inning is still going on.
What makes that more impressive is it was a 4-0 count, and he decided to swing and hits a grand slam.
Unbelievable.
I am shocked. Do we think
Justin-
we are a jinx?
Justin heads to the mound to talk to his pitcher, maybe calm him down a bit.
Chris Harley now, batting from the left side of the batter's box here.
Oh, and Harley takes a swing, fouls that one off.
Oh, Chris Harley, a big swing from the reigning MVP. 2 strikes.
If he could even get on base, maybe give his team a chance to tie it here, you know they'd love that, although they've already done quite a bit of damage in this inning.
And you know who's on deck is Evan Bortmas, who has already hit a home run in this game. You know he's dialed in.
Without a doubt. Wiping the bat furiously on his shirt.
Oh, and strikes out Chris Harley. Kind of a taste of his own medicine after striking out so many players last year's tournament.
Portman, as you mentioned, has already hit a home run.
He really needs to get on base here, like you said, Joe. And on deck, this man, Nate Bryan, might be one of the biggest gentlemen I've ever seen in my life.
Have we checked him for steroids?
I don't know, but if he had a stranglehold on my neck, I think I might snap in 2.
Portman takes a swing, and that one is fouled off.
Nice pitch from Steve Tots. We haven't seen that from him. After 3 straight walks and then a grand slam, he strikes out Chris Harley and now faces Evan Bortmas. Oh, and 2 back-to-back great pitches. Uh-oh, he's grabbing his elbow.
You'd hate to see the pitcher spend himself all on the All-Star game.
Yes, I think that's why some of these pitchers, I know we saw and a strikeout again from Steve Tozzi, and now Nate Bryan from Griffle Ball comes up to bat. You know, I agree with you, Joe. It's interesting that we've seen runs come from Skibby Wiffle Ball Leagues, Gus Skibby, and Mike Anderson from WWL, who seem to be lobbing the ball in.
Right.
Maybe they're taking some kind of solace in the fact that they can redeem themselves tomorrow.
I think they are all hoping so. Tozzi unable to find the strike zone again. 2 balls for Bryan. And he takes a big rip there.
Nate Bryan has calf muscles of a demigod.
If he does get a hold of the ball, we may never find it.
I don't think we will, especially in this darkness.
Takes a second swing, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's so nice and dry under this tent, Joe.
It's
did he
nicer.
go? He did.
He went
and
around.
that is 3 straight strikeouts from Steve Tozzi to get out of that inning, but it is too late, Joe. Can you tell the people why?
After giving up a grand slam, the score is now 7-5. The blue team still leads, but man, the gold team did some work and cut the deficit in that inning.
On the mound for the gold team this inning will be Evan Bortmas from the Wiffle in Southeast Michigan Dads.
Is he a dad himself, a father?
I don't
He
think so,
would
Joe.
look awful young. if
What's
he was a
funny is I
father.
think all of the dads are the coaches. None of the players are actually dads.
I see. So they could call themselves the Sons.
Maybe. I don't think any
Seem-
of them biologically are,
Ah.
but I'm sure all of them are a son. We all are sons in some way.
Technically. I
And
mean,
literally.
and scientifically.
And,
it's
yes,
biologically.
biologically as well.
It just makes sense.
If it didn't, I would be interested. I mean, there is artificial insemination.
The semen has to come from somewhere.
That is true.
I'll sit you down
Could
later.
it-
We'll go through it
Could
all.
it be bioengineered in some way, though? No?
I mean,
I don't know much about science.
Not
I
yet.
am just a music teacher.
not yet, but if we go to the future,
Maybe. Yes, we did talk about time travel in our briefing booklet briefly.
Yeah. I mean, in the future, we'll be just generating robots that look like humans, so it won't matter.
That's true. Maybe.
And folks, just so you know, we are just killing time
There
while
is
the
nobody
pitcher,
up to bat.
the pitcher is warming up. We are not missing the action here.
And Joe, they can see us. It's a video, remember?
I'm not used.
We'll go to a video.
I'm not used to this.
Evan Bortmas has a mean curveball, it looks like. And Joe, we have the pool play schedule in front of us, and one thing I did want to point out is 3 of the top teams from 2012 in OCWA, Tampa Bay, and Wiffle in Southeast Michigan are all in the same bracket. You could call that group the group of death.
I knew you were going there.
It is an insane group of talent, and one can only imagine what kind of pitching we're going to see in those, and it's going to be a fun group to watch if we ever have the chance.
Absolutely. And how many teams will advance from that team?
Actually,
from
every
that
team advances from their pool.
Okay.
But everything that happens in pool play, it goes to seeding based on how you do in pool play. So it's gonna stink for one of those teams to be ranked 3rd in their pool and maybe 9th or lower in the tournament.
We have Gus Skibby back up at the plate. Sam, just like some of the new players here, me being a first-time attendee, I'm just trying to get my bearings and some of the rules myself.
Of course, it's
And
Gus Skibby unloads on a ball. See you later.
Like a FedEx truck, that ball was hauling.
If that didn't show Wiffle in Southeast Michigan what's up, I don't know what did. Gus Skibby takes Evan Bortmas deep. That is 2 more runs, 9-5. Wiffle in Southeast Michigan is yelling at their pitcher from the outfield.
I was wondering who that was out in the outfield.
Evan Bortmas is hearing it from his teammates.
It's all in good fun, I imagine.
I hope so. And Hader is asking us what the inning is, and we don't know.
We're not certain.
We could have sworn it was the 5th, and people are telling us it's the 4th. Evan Bortmas does have quite the curveball, though, Joe. I really can't get over it. It's got great movement.
Yeah, that was terrible.
If we hear,
and here comes Hader again.
Some chatting out there. Could we see a benches clearing brawl?
I think we should trade off nicknames every inning. We should call him Legend this time, and then we'll go back to Princess next time he's up to bat.
Understood.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
And he's
letting the fans and the pitcher hear it.
Stepping out of the batter's box to let him pitch for real and still not hitting the strike zone. This man can talk.
I think there's some grumblings on the gold bench.
Oh, what a pitch from Evan Bortmas. And Evan Bortmas just showed us that curveball can and will work. Another nice pitch from Evan Bortmas. Oh, and he lobs it, and he went for it! And Hader strikes out on a lob ball from Evan Bortmas.
A little revenge for the last time Hader hit that home run. And
that guy was a terrible hitter.
Celebration, some might have called it.
Indeed. Next up is Devin Crazy Pants Nelson. Oh, Devin Nelson just swung at that ball and then hit it again with his bat.
That's a clown swing, bro.
We need to get people out of the way, sir. Got a Miller Lite in your hand? No. Oh, I appreciate that. And Devin
He's
Nelson
not clowning about that one.
Taking it deep. What? This is turning into a nightmare for Evan Bortmas and Wiffle and Southeast Michigan.
Nightmare might be a little bit strong.
True, but I think they expected more from their returning MVP from 2012.
You would hope so. Oh, and we have some excessive celebration in the blue dugout.
Minnesota.
Nelson is on the ground.
Minnesota likes to stand on top of each other. Oh, and they're back at it.
Wow.
I don't even think they're old enough to drink, and they look drunk.
John's in the batting box.
They are drunk on life, Joe. They're just glad to be here in their first tournament appearance.
Bortmas finds the strike zone.
I wonder what would happen if we started using metal bats. Always been a thought.
I'd love to see that.
It'd be a nice ting. Won't be as loud as the College World Series.
And then you
but
could just switch to baseball, and then we just put you playing college baseball.
Dennis Johns takes a walk. Now, Joe, I have a question for you. What are the odds? How many teams, a percentage of teams, do you think load their bats with rocks and debris?
I would have no way of knowing that, and I don't want to speculate and accuse any teams.
If you had to ballpark a percentage, though.
10%?
10%?
Cheaters?
10% are cheaters. All right.
Was that accurate?
I think that's pretty accurate. You know,
Now, is that something that if it's allowed in a league, it's allowed by every team in that league, or?
You know, I'm pretty sure that some of these guys have even filled bats with concrete.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard PWL likes to do that a lot.
Interesting.
In their league, they.
I like to fill mine with beer sometimes.
Oh,
but I don't swing after that.
Well, you swing after you drink it.
Right, I swing it upwards.
Yes.
That's about it.
Bo Resnack takes another walk. And
Are we gonna
Joe,
have a pitching change?
This is going to be a treat for us, Joe. Coming into pitch is the best pitcher in this tournament. Now, will he unload? Will Derek Linderman, the coach of the Gold Team, let his ace unload in this game, or will he be pitching lob balls?
Well, judging from his warm-up right now, he's unloading.
It is so dark out here, folks. These two lights would not help the batters to see that ball come off of his hand.
Not at all. No, he's throwing heat right now.
Now, the ball's being wet, Joe. He has to dry them off each time. And look who he's facing. Ryan Bush. This is MVP versus MVP, Joe. 2012 to 2013. 2 men on.
They're bringing the heat.
And
that one's
Harley can't find it.
no.
We'll blame it on the wet balls.
Blame it on the rain.
Blame it on the wet balls.
Could go elsewhere with that, but we'll just get back to the game.
In the rain, soaking wet. Chris Harley's wiping his shirt. 3-1. Rain continues to pour down here in Dublin, Ohio. Hoping it stops before tomorrow. Oh,
Some
Another ball.
great movement on that ball as well.
incredible movement, incredible velocity, but he still cannot find the strike zone, which is rare for Chris Harley. Oh, and Ryan Bush takes a walk to load the bases. Look who's up. Possible All-Star Game MVP, Kevin Hickman.
I imagine that I imagine that a grand slam would only help his case for All-Star
and Harley
MVP.
just found it, though. Hickman could cement himself as the MVP, like you say, but if Harley can find the strike zone, it'll hurt his chances.
Oh, and a big swing. That's not going to help him. Do you think he shows patience here or goes for the swing?
It's 0-2. He's probably swinging. Oh, what discipline.
It's a good thing he didn't.
Still in awe by that Jumbotron. It's live feeding these games right now. That'll see you later. Chris Harley has found it. Next up, Steve Tozzi. I think it's Tozzi, don't you?
Tassi.
Tozzi. Tozzi. Double Z. You know,
It's a
Tozzi.
strike, no matter how you pronounce that. It was a
That is
strike.
Beautiful strike. Oh, and he swung at a
big
ball
swing.
that hit the dirt 4 times before it came to the plate.
A slight exaggeration, but only slight.
Actually, it's very slight because there's no dirt. It's all grass. Yeah.
Tozzi now showing some patience.
Well, after that, wouldn't you? That was embarrassing. Hit 4 times and then he swung at it.
Oh, and a big rip, but that is another strikeout for Harley to end the inning. Just what the gold team needed.
Yes, get out of that one.
Came in when they needed him most and was able to silence the blue team's bats. And the gold team will now go to work trying to crawl back into this game.
And Justin Tompkins coming back for another pitching change. Dennis Johns from the Cincinnati Wiffle Ball Club is now coming into pitch. Dennis Johns is the ace of the Cincinnati Wiffle Ball Club's team, unless their new guy they brought, Eric Burrows, can show something. In left for the blue team, if the gold team would get out of the way. Oh, it's Kevin Higman as well, PWL. He's been holding that spot down for a while. And then in right field.
Is that Tazi out there?
Yes, Tazi out there. You're right, Joe. There's people standing all in front of us. It's very difficult.
We need to raise platform.
Joe Clavette made it to the finals in the home run derby, talking to his teammate Thomas Martin in the All-Star game. No, I was pleasantly surprised with Joe Clavette in the home run derby. I thought he did a great job in his first appearance in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Made it to the finals and didn't get any home runs in that final swing off against Torchio, but showed his prowess indeed in the other rounds.
Without a doubt.
Thomas Martin is also making a case for the MVP, as well as the Minnesota Devin Nelson, hitting the home run and making some plays in the outfield and pitching well too.
He's the fashion MVP without a doubt.
Oh, fashionista, Maxinista, TJ Maxx, right?
Is that where he got him?
Attaboy.
We'll have to ask him.
He's a bargain shopper. Oh, Dennis Johns finds that strike zone.
Well, if he paid anything for him, he overpaid. So.
Oh, did it hit the bat? Ooh, and the umpire calling it foul. Ooh, fouls it off again. Stays alive.
And the Bee Gees take a walk.
Mike Anderson up to the plate now. You know, Joe, there is a league, Wiffle in Southeast Michigan. They actually steal bases in wiffle ball.
Really?
Yes, you want me to explain it to you?
I would love for you to do that.
When the pitcher, before the pitcher pitches the ball, the person on first has to yell out, "Steal!" If the ball hits the strike zone, they're out.
Wow.
If it doesn't hit the strike zone, they are safe for the steal. I don't think that would be approved in the rules for this tournament, but just a cool thing that I think that they do.
It's a very unique rule, and I think it's cool that leagues are able to do that and kind of differentiate themselves in those ways.
As well. And Anderson takes a hit, and I think he's going to beat this one out. He did beat it out. Dennis Johns dropped the ball anyway. Higman trying to make a play on it, but was too far in center. Mike Anderson on for a single. Jeremy Ray of Huntington back up to the plate. Or the carpet. Oh, and the ball boy goes out to get one.
Oh,
I love that. Just like a tennis match. Strike two as Dennis John has found it. The Huntington team really giving him some shit. They call him Eat Shit Ray.
That doesn't seem nice at all.
That really doesn't.
I don't know what kind of nickname that is, but I find it inappropriate. Oh,
and
Eat Shit Ray goes all the way to the wall.
That'll be one run for sure.
One run for sure. Will it go two?
No.
No.
Gets a double out of it, though. Jeremy Ray scores a run on double and puts both runners in scoring position at second and third. And look who's up, Joe. Down by 3, or maybe they're more. Who knows what the score is. But Adam Kuzman is now up, who hit the grand slam into right field. Can he do it again? 3-run home run to make them even closer to the blue team.
Watches ball one go by.
Scorekeepers are saying roughly it's 10-6. Roughly.
I wonder if the teams would argue with that.
Hopefully somebody else is taking a score. 10-6 sounds right to me, though.
Yeah, or around there, you know.
It's 9-6 or 10-6 for sure. It's got to be one of those. We'll just call it 9.5 to 6 here.
No certainty here. That's kind of a pitch. I think it was.
Kuzman takes a walk. Chris Harley now.
Perhaps a ball.
If it is 10-6, Chris Harley could tie this with one swing of the bat.
If it's 9-6, he could take the lead with one swing of the bat. Harley at the plate.
Joe, last year we had a streaker go through this All-Star game.
Really?
It was not naked, but he was in his underwear.
Wow.
Brandon Corbett from WSEM. Oh, and
and
Harley,
a big
it's
swing.
out at home. It doesn't matter. He's out. No, and Dennis Johns forgot the rules. No, he's safe. The umpire does not know what he's doing. Go back. No, Dennis, you played last year, buddy. You know the rules. It's a dead ball in the circle, people. Come on now.
And there seems to be some confusion.
I think the umpire's just a little bit confused.
Do we need?
Should I clarify? Should I
think
go?
you might. I think Sam might need to clarify here. Do you? I mean, you are an official here.
No, he's out at home. He's out at home. He's out at home. No run scored on that play. If it was, they did it wrong. But Evan Bortmas hits one. Dennis Johns can't collect it. He's out of home again. Ooh. The blue making a call. We might have to go replay on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop umpiring. I am supposed to be a bystander in this situation.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. 1 out. Base loaded. Nate Bryan up. Could take the lead now, Joe.
Wouldn't that be something?
The tying run is on first. I just can't get over the size of this young man. Oh my gosh.
Big swing there.
Powerful swing. Oh, and Dennis
Great
Johns
pitch
with a
there.
Great pitch.
Base runner's ready and
rip.
sends them.
Oh, and Dennis Johns cannot collect it. That'll be 2 more runs, possibly. Ooh, Evan Bortmas
Wow,
holds
and the
it
game
third.
really getting away from the blue team here in the bottom of the.
Joe, we don't know the inning or the score. Either we're bad announcers or we're not getting good updates here.
I think it's a little bit of both.
It might be.
Nate Bryan.
And Nate Bryan was already up. The PA is also having trouble. Good thing this is the practice game.
Oh, without
'cause we
a
got
doubt.
umpires, announcers, PA people. We are all doing our jobs at half speed right now.
Running at the speed of standing still.
Oh, a newcomer
A
from
souvenir
HRL, Hal
from a
Wesley
fan
could
there.
not catch the ball. That's embarrassing for a rookie.
Oh, and a big swing there from Martin.
Thomas Martin really wants that MVP, and he's really looking to make an impact for his team.
Well, I'd say that inning on the mound certainly helps his case. If he
did.
can back it up here with some good offense in this inning, might be able to lock
It's
that
going to be
in.
a real toss-up for the MVP, I think. There's a lot of great players in this game so far.
You know, yeah, I agree with you. In the second inning, we would have said it was, someone else, and then the third inning, and it's really gone back and forth, and I'm having trouble deciding who it would be.
And actually, I'm just really wondering who gets to vote or who gets to make the decision, because it doesn't seem like we have the right score, the right stats, right stories.
Or the
Who
right
knows?
inning.
Mike Anderson coming up. Mike told me earlier that his favorite moving violation was a speeding ticket.
I don't have a favorite moving violation. Was I supposed to? I was unaware. Is that
We're
like
getting confirmation of the score now, Joe. You're not going to believe this. It is 10-10.
Mike Anderson.
The
why
score's
are we
tied.
not more excited right
I
now?
do not know why
This
we're
is-
not more
This
excited.
is incredible.
First
I
of
really
all, we're
wish
not
we would have known
excited
that.
because we don't know how many innings we're playing, if it's 5 or 6. And really, we are not sure if the score is 10-10. And that gold team takes the lead for the first time today, or second, if you count when they were up 1-0.
Which would count in most games.
Evan Bortmas just scored the 11th run. He also scored the first one with a solo home run.
Seems fitting.
Jeremy Ray takes a strike from Dennis Johns. The blue team really needs to come back with some offense here. But I tell you what, Joe, they have been sitting on that bench for a long time.
That's true. Eat shit Ray is eating shit on that pitch, but he had a home run last inning, so. Sorry, that was just earlier this inning. Yeah, Gold
It's
Team's
a
been
while.
out there for a while.
It's been a while. I know a lot of people are wondering out there for dinner tonight, where was the fruit salad? I mean, yesterday we had that elementary school fruit salad, with the green grapes that are shriveled and the cherries that are too hard but they're small and cut in half, and the peaches and the white things. It might be apricots. Pears.
Mystery fruit.
Mystery fruit was that white one. I think the yellow ones were peaches. Strikeout from Jeremy Ray.
Up to bat, number 31, right fielder, Adam Krugman.
We should start a hashtag. Hashtag bring back fruit salad. I know
Sam,
a lot
you're
of people
very
would appreciate
passionate about this fruit salad.
it was actually really terrible, and I'm glad they didn't have it this year, but it just added some color to the buffet line.
Both literally and figuratively.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's healthy for you. It's got the clear,
Some sort of
sticky liquid.
Probably just syrup.
You don't want to know.
Sugary, syrupy liquid.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Kuzman here. Bases loaded. 2 outs.
The blue team desperately needs an out here.
Staying alive again from Kuzman.
You're going to sing us the Bee Gees again.
That's a one-time thing, Joe.
Understood.
You got to pay after that.
For sure.
And a walks in a run. Justin Tompkins coming out to relieve his pitcher. It's been a long inning for Dennis Johns. Good thing this is the All-Star game and not his tournament play.
Absolutely, yeah. He'll regroup tonight, come back out tomorrow, and hopefully won't let this game affect him.
One thing that I really think should happen right now is Ryan Bush should pitch. Since Chris Harley pitched to Bush, I think it's only fitting if Bush pitched to Harley. But let's be honest, Tompkins isn't going to do that with his ace.
Oh, do we have Hader coming to the mound?
And Hader coming out with his cigarette in mouth. That's got to be unhealthy.
Surgeon General would say so.
It causes lung cancer, doesn't it? Probably all kinds of cancer, actually.
Right.
We should probably, to be a good friend, we should probably stop
Yeah.
him from doing that.
Okay.
He does not like those buckets. He has kicked them and he has thrown them.
Not a fan of them.
I do not know what he's going to do with his bucket.
Are
when
we
he
going
gets
with
home.
legend or princess this inning?
I think we should do princess this one.
Princess on the mound.
Princess pitcher.
Looking royal out there.
Oh, and Harley poops on the first ball that Hader throws.
Wow. And the gold team's loving that.
That is just awful. We have been asked what inning it is, and we ourselves have no idea.
No. If we could get an update in this booth, that would be fantastic.
The bottom of the 5th. We hope so. It's the last. We're getting some comments. We must be playing 6. Who knows? We're doing 6.
There we go.
We're doing 6 innings.
Confirmation.
Number 9,
Bottom of the 5th inning right now.
Evan Forsman.
Yellow team's up by a lot now after the blue team was crushing them. I got to believe Mike Anderson from WWL is loving this lead. 15-10 now, because he was definitely in line for the loss.
Sam, it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's July 18th.
It's July 18th.
Why does it feel like late October? It's freezing out here.
It not only feels like late October, it feels like November.
It's just far too cold for wiffle ball.
It's not a good season for wiffle ball. You would think it would be. My toes are freezing.
The chair was a little bit wet when I sat down, so I have that situation going on.
There's a lot of things happening with...
None of them good.
But you know what? I can't tell. Did the rain stop? I'm looking at the light, and...
It appears that it
looks
has.
as if it has. Let's hope it holds off for the rest of the weekend for these fellas out
That
here.
would be great for everyone.
I really think that this tournament is one of the coolest things that a lot of these people will experience in their wiffle ball careers, and
Bold
rain will
words.
only add a damper. Cigarette still in mouth.
And draws a walk there.
Evan Bortmus takes that walk, and Nate Bryan back up the bat.
16, extra hitter, Nate Orion.
Are you going to comment on Brian's physique anymore, Sam? I know that's kind of a favorite topic of yours.
No. Not now.
Understood.
I lost my train of thought for a second there, Joe.
I can tell.
I felt like an insect as Brian gets safe, and I felt like an insect looking at that light out there. It's very mesmerizing.
Is the blue team just well, we see Justin Tompkins throwing his hat out there. The captain for the blue team is still taking this game seriously and still upset, but it would seem that the blue team in general is kind of sitting back right now. They've really just let the gold team kind of take over command of this game.
I think a lot of leagues around the country. Oh my. Ooh, Higman, nice play. Oh, and hits him too for good measure. This will be, ladies and gentlemen, the last inning. If the blue team does not get enough runs to tie this game, the yellow team will walk away victors, and Derek Linderman will have his second win as an all-star manager, Joe.
That's impressive.
It's really impressive when you consider he not only has to get through the field of the national tournament to get to the championship game, but Derek Linderman also has to pick the right team and then produce a solid lineup for that to happen. So fantastic job for Derek Linderman to possibly have that chance.
And to get things started for the blue team, we'll have Gus Skibby.
Oh, and
a giant swing.
Very late swing. And
why did he
Gus
swing?
Seems to be swinging. The blue team seems to be considering that this game is over. Oh, he holds up on the ball. I mean, people are toying with him. Can he do it?
To the wall?
And it's a big fly out. I think Gus really wanted to make a splash there, but couldn't quite do it.
What are you laughing at?
Well, there are no fountains. The ball would not have splashed
But
down.
I did see a splash with the dew.
Oh, okay.
So I guess it's not dew, it's rain.
It is rain. Well,
rain is dew, dew is rain?
No, that's not how. In the morning, it's condensation forming on the blades of. You know what? We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. From HRL, we have Princess up to bat.
Wearing a hat instead of a crown. He says, "Get this garbage out of here."
Let it go. Let it go.
Different type of princess.
Well, you know.
Oh, a hit by pitch there. That one might have been intentional. With all the talk that's been going on this game, you never know.
Are you surprised he didn't charge the mound there, Joe?
Ooh.
With his temper?
I thought we might have had that, but it was just the ball boy retrieving the bat.
I think I would really love to see
hitter, number 12, Devin Nelson.
the PA announcer just interrupted us and said somebody else was up to bat when absolutely Devin Nelson is not up. So
in the middle of an at-bat.
If you are watching this, Devin Nelson is not up. It is still Princess. Princess moved way up in the strike zone here.
I mean, to a point that I'm not even sure is legal.
And he takes strike two, swinging at absolute terrible pitches. I think they're calling this game right now. There's really no choice. It's the last inning. I think they're feeling that they just want to go home and sleep.
I mean, it's late.
Oh, but he
what
hits
can
it.
I say?
Could he run it out?
He's going to
Safe.
try, and he does.
Hader did not want to get out there, and and there goes his mouth.
Wow.
Batting number 12, extra hitter, Devin Nelson.
Just call this guy Mr. Pants.
Just shorten it down like Diddy. Next inning it'll be Pants. Well, there won't be a next inning.
Be
but
Pan. And then Pa.
And then
Then it'll start with a P. Oh, big swing from P.
P-ants.
Yeah, it's French.
I think I saw those pants at the last French Fashion Week. Oh, and he fouls that one off.
You know, Jeremy Ray told me that his favorite animal that looks like a deer is an elk. And he once tried to shoot one with a BB gun, but then realized it was a large rabbit.
I I don't know what to say. I'm
I was just as
speechless.
shocked. I was just as shocked as you were, and
what prompted this conversation?
I think what happened was a herd of elk actually came through the NWLA tournament and really kind of shocked a lot of people as Hayter is taking a huge lead off first. Don't think that's quite legal.
Certainly wasn't.
Jeremy Ray, obviously from West Virginia, where elk season is always in season.
Very interesting.
Top of the 6th inning, and yellow team trying to close it out.
I think everyone's kind of hoping this game closes out at this point.
I think we all are. And you know what else? I really think that Justin Tompkins has blown 2 All-Star games for his teams. And it's time to have somebody else in the championship so that they can find somebody new.
Strong words. I can't speak to his performance last year, but
He blew it this year, though.
I will say it. They had the chances that were necessary. They didn't take advantage, and they let it slip by, it seems like.
There's no way the umpires could see that white line as Hayter continuing to run.
Oh, he slides.
Slides into first.
Taking his
And
time.
he's flying back to first, everyone.
Disney's Planes Fire and Rescue.
Is it Flyer and Rescue?
Fire. Did I say
I thought that was a pun.
Oh.
We should be
For the
writers
Dayton
for
Flyers
Disney.
because Ohio. Oh.
Whoa, we're just full of today.
Just full of something
Zingers
today. I'll
after
tell you
zingers.
that much.
So, Joe, do we know, did the Mario Kart tournament take place as a hit? Oh, and Hayter blocks the fielders, and it was effective.
Wow. I don't know who Randy is, but the blue team is cheering.
Maybe it's Randy Johnson because he has long hair, like Randy Johnson.
Now batting, number 11, extra hitter Ryan Bush.
And the PA announcer is dead on. That is Ryan Bush in the batter's box.
That's good. That's good. Do we know anything about the Mario Kart tournament?
I wish.
Was it even played?
I'd be very interested to find out.
I would be more interested to find that out than who wins this game.
I want to know who used Yoshi. That's an important player.
Do you know who I go with every time?
Mario.
I do. Mario. Yes.
It seems like a classic move from you.
I like his leadership and his red hat.
Absolutely. I think that what Yoshi brings is, first of all, he's green, which is my favorite color. That's important. That's an important distinction.
Yes.
And I also think he brings some of that animal ferocity to his driving.
Sure.
So that's important as well.
And he strikes out Ryan Bush to end the game.
And we'll end it with
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. The yellow team has won this game. Derek Linderman again. Joe, thank you so much for being here. It's fantastic to have you this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend of wiffle ball, everybody.
Agreed. It's been a pleasure. And we are getting the confirmation. The final score of the 2014 NWLA All-Star Game is the gold team 15, the blue team 10, as they high-five at center
Nothing
field.
better. Nothing better than see that sportsmanship out there.
Absolutely.
It's
Thanks for
fantastic.
having me, Sam.
Great. Joe, I love wiffle ball. I love you. I hate the rain. Let's get out of here.
Peace.